Hello everyone, welcome to Yoga Flow Coco. My name is Coco and today I'm going to be showing you a quick stress relief and relieving tension from the shoulders and hips today with a few yoga sequences and a few quick asanas. So if you're ready to get started, lay out your yoga mat and get in some comfy yoga clothes or gym clothes, whatever have you, and let's get started. All right, so to get started, we're gonna start off a tabletop position. So turning towards the front of your mat, we're just going to get down on all fours, hands right below your shoulders, knees right below your hips, back parallel to the mat, feet just flat down on the mat. This is your tabletop position. I'm gonna take a couple of breaths here. Pressing the hands down, fingertips firm down. Then we're going to just bring our hips back and bring our toes where they're touching. You can also separate your knees a bit here, a bit more. We're going to bring our hips back into child's pose and reach towards the front of the mat. Bring your head down to the mat. Inhale. Exhale. This will release a lot of the tension in your upper shoulders. So rolling the shoulders down away from the ears. That way you're getting good protraction here. I believe it's protraction from the shoulders. And that way you're getting a good stretch in the upper shoulders and back. Just going to take a couple of breaths here in this pose, child's pose. This is really good if you sit at a desk for a long time, like myself, doing a lot of work, a lot of typing, or even if you're like on your phone all day or you're kind of curled in that position without realizing it, we cause a lot of upper back tension there. So this is good to release that. And take a couple more breaths here. All right, on your inhale, we're going to use our hands to press ourselves up, back in the tabletop position, separating our toes, back parallel down to the mat, hands planted down firm below our shoulders, tabletop. All right, we're just going to do that pose a couple more times. In your inhale, we're going to just point our toes together, press our hips back, reach forward as much as possible. Exhale, child's pose. Perfect. I'm going to bring ourselves up. I'm just going to do that one more time. Grab a tabletop and take a couple breaths here. Inhale, bring ourselves back. Touching the toes, reaching up, child's pose. Perfect. On your inhale, bring yourself up back to tabletop. Then we're going to bring our knees right below our sternum, right below our feet. Cross the legs, and then we're going to just bring our hips back into a seated position. All right, we're going to, so that way you can see me, bring ourselves up facing the side of the mat here. You can stay in the position that you're at. And we're going to do a butterfly pose here. So butterfly pose, we're going to essentially take our feet and press them together. And then we're going to bring our heels closer to our pelvic bone here. So that way we're getting a good stretch on our inner thighs. And then we want to make sure our sternum is straight forward and our back is also straight, so that way our crown is pointing up as if somebody's just lifting us up. Bring our shoulders back. Strong pose here, and then try to press your knees down to the mat. You can also use your elbows here just to help press down, or your hands to help press down a little bit. But you want to hold on to your heels so that way you're not losing balance. We're going to take a couple of breaths here, butterfly pose. And an inhale, I'm just going to lean forward just a little bit. Really get that stretch in your inner thighs. There's a lot of tightness there. You should feel that tension start to release. Don't push too hard here. Make sure you're breathing through this pose as well. This is good if you're sitting down for a long period of time. You're not really activating those muscles. You might feel a little tight tension there. Perfect. You're bringing your sternum back. All right, now we're going to just release. So I'm going to turn back facing the front of the mat, keeping the left foot in, touching the inner thigh. You want to bring it in towards the pelvic bone as much as possible. Then we're going to just turn to where our toes are facing up. I'm just going to go ahead and lean forward and reaching the inner thigh muscle area here between, or inside of the, the leg, I should say. Is reaching forward. Inhale and exhale. And this will get a good stretch in that inner thigh muscle on the right thigh muscle as well. Sorry if you hear my stomach growling. All right, in your inhale, we're just going to slowly walk the hands up. And we're going to switch to the other side. So again, foot flat down on the inner thigh muscle. The left foot with the toes pointing upward. And we're going to reach in between, activating the inner thigh muscle, stretching that out. Inhale and exhale. Perfect. Slowly walking the hands back up. I'm just going to do a quick recline twist here. So bringing both of the feet forward. We're just going to lay ourselves down slowly. Activate the core here. Bring your head down to the mat in Savasana. And then we're just going to cross over our left knee over our right knee, and we're going to slowly twist, bring the left palm out facing upward, and then pushing down on your left knee with your right hand facing towards your left palm. Slowly twist here, activating that left hip, engaging into a nice twist. Twisting, you can feel the twist in your outer left leg muscle and hip. We'll take a couple of breaths here. This is good for those tight muscles, especially in the hips. Sitting down, we actively engage it without realizing it, how much those muscles are stiffening. And this is also good for the lower back tension as well, to kind of help with that. So Take a couple more breaths. And we're going to just switch sides. Right hand, palm facing up. I ran out a little bit of room here, so I'll try to make shift here, but try to have your arm horizontal to your body if possible, and just pushing down on that right knee to activate that right hip muscle in a nice seated twist here. It's called a reclined seated twist. And you want to also push your right shoulder down as much as possible. Try to get that flat down on the mat if possible. Really engaging your core muscles here as well. You feel some tightness. Just inhale and exhale through it all. Alright, and then we're just going to release. Feet down to the mat, toes facing up. We're just going to bring our hands down to our sides, palms facing up, into a Savasana pose. Shoulders release down into the mat. It's okay if your feet kind of lay to the sides here. Just going to relax the body. Close your eyes here. And set an intention for the day. Allowing all of your muscles to just melt into the mat. Let your facial muscles relax as well. Relax the mouth, relax the jaw, relax your eyes, relax your shoulders. Alright, from your Shavasana, just going to wiggle your fingertips and your toes, activate, bring flow back to your body. All right, on your inhale, gonna press the palms down to the mat and bring yourselves up into a seated position of choice. My stomach's telling me it's lunchtime. All right, on your inhale, palms, prayer, hand center. Flutter your eyes open if they aren't already. And namaste. Thank you all for joining today's yoga sequence. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope it helped to release some muscles that may have felt tense, especially with your inner thighs, your hips, your upper body. If you do enjoy this video and these kind of videos in general, please be sure to subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next one. Namaste.